Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another MAMG Let's Play of Dream Daddy. When we left off, we did another date with Craig, date number 2, and then something weird happened with Joseph's wife that I don't quite understand. Also, there's a dad book message. Kiss squares, listen, this is you from the past. Whoa, how'd this happen? I figure you're trying to reply to this because I know myself, but this is an automated message from you earlier this morning when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. I forgot I did that. Forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable, but unfortunately this isn't the society we live in. Okay? And it's less the society we live in and more the projecting of my own anxiety about being judged onto others, but you know what I mean. By the time you're reading this, it is a certain time of day in which nobody will bat an eye at you for going out and buying ice cream. You know what to do. Good one, me. What is happening? I'm going to buy ice cream, apparently. What? Did I just get tricked by my daughter to buy ice cream? Is that what happened? Because I feel like that's what happened. You know what? I've earned a treat. On the way home, I decided to stop off and grab some ice cream, which I fully plan to eat directly from the tub. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out just which type of ice cream I'd like to eat directly from the tub. Rocky Road? Pistachio? Oh, Amanda's probably going to want some too. Better get 2 tubs. She loves cookie dough ice cream, right? Hey, mister. I turn around to see Ernest leaning up against the wall of the convenience store. Ernest? You're cool, right? No, I'm about to go sprawl on the couch between a liter of ice cream and a basic cable package. I have every intention of waking up in that position tomorrow morning. What do you think? Man, talking to you sucks. Could you just help me out? Help you out? There's no fire involved, is there? Just clouds. So if I give you $20, will you buy me e-liquid? Ernest, what's e-liquid? It's like, Gatorade, you know? Electric, like, liquid. I'd get it myself, but I'm banned from here from trying to run a grift on the cashier. A classic fiddle game. You know the deal. Oh, if you're talking about balanced electrolytes, then I got you, little buddy. And I didn't know you played the fiddle. Just ask the clerk for blue cransapple vortex. He'll know what it is. No. I pick up a tub of pistachio ice cream for myself and a tub of cookie dough for Amanda. I search around for some blue craze and void stare, but can't seem to find any. I turn to the cashier. Say, where's your finest e-liquid? Behind the counter. You got an ID? First of all, my daughter's older than you. Second of all, I'm flattered. I switched shampoo recently. Is it taking some years off? Look, you need to be 21 to buy vape juice. Your hair doesn't look a day over 20. Wait a minute. Are you just trying to butter me up so you can get me to buy more ice cream? Because it isn't working. I glance outside and spot Ernest staring at me. Double wait a minute. So you're telling me that e-liquid is not a sports drink? It's for vaping. Ernest is watching us intently through the window. I better go give that kid a piece of my mind. I see. Okay, look, I'm going to pretend that you didn't try to trick me into buying you the old Baphomet's cough syrup, and then go inside here to purchase my ice cream. I won't tell your dad if you promise to scram. And stop vaping, you'll get popcorn lung. What if I give you $25? Go home, Ernest. As I'm walking back inside, Ernest calls after me. You can get popcorn lung from microwave popcorn, you know. I no longer trust this child, but the mere notion strikes fear into my heart. He's like, oh no. I go back inside to complete my purchase with the cashier. Thank you, kind sir, for your time and generous hair compliments. You got it, bub. I glance out the window to see Ernest still outside. Looks like he's talking to some other poor sap. Guess I should go outside and save this other guy some grief. Wait a second. That's definitely a cop. Oh boy. I grab my tubs of ice cream and bolt outside. Ernest is already face down on the hood of a squad car. Ernest, did you seriously just try to get a cop to buy you e-liquid? Do you know this kid? My daughter goes to school with him, yeah. I promise he's a good kid, even though my daughter would absolutely disagree with me. I'm this boy's father. I turn around to see Robert walking up the street. What? Toward the convenience store. Huh. Ernest, what are you doing? I want a lawyer. First of all, good first instinct. Remember that you're not required to answer any questions from a police officer without a lawyer present. You're this boy's father?
Hey.
Yes, sir. Ernest likes to lash out at me like this, ever since the accident. Oh, I don't like talking about it. That's fine. Robert gets a wistful twinkle in his eye.
Oh.
It all started 7 summers ago. My hair was long then. Nu metal was still in style. Ernest and I were down in the Florida swampland scavenging for... Sir, I can leave you to take it from here. Sounds good. Thanks, officer. Ernest, come along now. You'll be cleaning grout from the rain gutter for a week thanks to this transgression. The police officer gets in his car and drives off. I'm stunned by how cool Robert was just there. Thanks. I want to say, Richard? Ouch. Don't mention it, Hemingway. Got in trouble plenty of times in my life. Just try to do my good deed for the day. Will you buy me e-liquid if I give you $20? Child, I will end you. Hey, Kelly, will you walk Ernest home with me? Sure.
Oh.
Ernest runs ahead, presumably so he won't be seen with us, which is a thing I think kids do. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was his age. Well, maybe I wasn't as dumb. Seems like he tortures his dad. Seems like he tortures just about everybody. He even stole your wallet. What? No, he did. I pat my back pocket. I pat the rest of my pockets. He stole my wallet. Why are you doing this to yourself? What? Robert points at my tubs of ice cream. Hey. One of them's for Amanda.
Hey.
I have no qualms with the quantity of ice cream you purchased. It's a pretty respectable amount of ice cream. It's the quality I'm talking about.
Oh?
You work hard, Kelly. You're a good dad. Don't you think you deserve top shelf ice cream? But these were on sale.
Huh.
If you're gonna treat yourself, go big or go home. Real vanilla bean. Real pistachio. You deserve it. Thanks, Robert. We arrive at the cul-de-sac and Ernest runs into his home. That boy is the reason why we don't have prizes in cereal anymore.
Hey.
Catch you round, Kelly. Robert tosses me my wallet. I catch it with a surprised look on my face. I stole it back. Keep it in your front pocket or use a chain in the back like your ska days. Smell you later. See you, Robert. I go back inside my home, ready to spend the rest of the night with 2 tubs of ice cream and also Amanda. What just happened? This game is just a bunch of what just happened moments.
You've got dads.
I love that I did that though. Okay, well, we'll go on another date with Craig, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time. Oh, maybe we will. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I didn't think it was gonna be that kind of outcome, but apparently it is, and I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with making it to the 3rd date with Craig. I wonder what's gonna happen though. Are we gonna be happy? I hope so. If we're not happy, it will be a very weird ending to the game. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with his work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it's like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's gonna be spending the weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling nervous about it as I am. I'm sure she's fine. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature. You know, roughing it, just me and Mother Nature, the old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own? I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it to the next door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad Tron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I got to share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get in is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's, where's your child? Already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Don't you dare. Craig Kahn, you keep those hands to yourself. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashes for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. It's just the 2 of us? Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just... Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? I had all I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstand's Mega Mix Volume 1? Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily scream-singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. The song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the 3rd roommate! You brought that dog home one night, and I couldn't pry you 2 apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. It feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance. Nature's loud. And load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything all right? Yep. Just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off down the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? Oh. There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. Oh, man. But what if there's a problem? There won't be. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? I don't know. Craig? I'm a relaxed boy. That's my dude. I was worried I had the wrong selection there. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Oh god, what did I just hit? Maybe we should go back. We can find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig? Seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm really nervous. My dad instinct's kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I'd have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away. No matter how old your kids are, you just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks to me directly in the eyes. Okay, sure. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back into the marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot, and I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against a storm. I don't think we'd be able to survive for the night. We sat on a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Hey. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Really? And, look at our camping chairs, which we're gonna sit on. So what's next at the camp extravaganza, Doctor? Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking. Craig and I adventure into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat, and we admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Hey. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is. I examined the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were gonna have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember from back in our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear the water running. Ooh. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place. We go to investigate. The old waterfall. Nice. It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off it and into it like the old days? This old dad here is happy on dry land. Looks like you could climb up right over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. Oh God. Hey buddy. Yeah, we're gonna look at Craig's butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years. I've seen your butt more times than I could count. It's no big deal. Let's put on a show? Who needs pants anyway? They're society's oppressors. Down with pants. Down with the system. That's the spirit. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up here from this perspective. I can't talk. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulls some stunts and collars that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks at me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water. Whoa! He treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast, have I? He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Donk him. I lunge for Greg, who's Greg? I managed to get him on an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all of my dad's strength to lift Craig out of the water. Hey! And I drop him down for a splash. Craig bounces back out of the water. My turn. Uh-oh. Oh no, it seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him. He grapples with me He grapples me with his clearly superior muscles and quite literally tosses me across the water. I emerge from the water devastated. Oh. You think all those pull-ups I do are just to look good with my shirt off? Nah, bro. These arm cannons are dad launchers. Craig does a playful flex for me. Man. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. We run all the way to the top of the slick rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Want to go again? Yeah, let's do it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Phew, man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the top of the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. I'm kidding? I never felt more alive. Alright, bro, you sure? It's my time to jump. I scurry up the rocks once more and do another classic cannonball. Wow, this is so fun. I'm getting kind of cold. Want to go back to the camp now? Yeah, we're good. We should probably head back. We put on our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. That's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. And cuddle up in the tent. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we needed for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tin foil. Or tin foil, my bad. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least, let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world.
Oh.
Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to the trees around us.
Oh, man.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder. We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us some advanced technology? Or renovate our house. It depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could conceptually make a passable looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is now just setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Go overboard. Yeah, let's do it. You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hardworking father with a steady work ethic and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great.
Nice.
Bro, stop. You'll make me cry. Okay. Don't want your tears putting out the fire. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat in the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sounds of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, crackling thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet into the dry ramen and eating it straight up. Darren, don't. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk.
Oh.
I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Oh.
Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese on the freshly chopped greens. He places it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it.
Oh.
I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at a salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Hi.
I have to, for my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
Oh.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Dude.
I do though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Bro.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
I don't know.
I know I can provide for my family. And if I take a step back and look back at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
I don't know.
But I can't explain it. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Hi.
Do I though? Hell yeah, bro.
Oh.
I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you. Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you gonna use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee? What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Nice.
Well, you still gotta know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth. Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching the embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Kelly. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. Ooh. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry, I'll just curl up over here. No way, here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and now I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig?
I don't know.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Aww. Bro, me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Ooh! Nice! Cell phone holster? What do we get? Butt tree?
Man, that was amazing.
Yeah, give me that S rank.
I've missed you, dude.
Aw, thanks, Craig. You're the best. Well, that was nice. I didn't know that was where it was going to go. I don't remember a camping trip being brought up, but I guess at some point they did, or I just missed it. Nothing can beat reading in print. That is true. That is absolutely true. Man. So now what? Phew. I think I have everything finally set up. Minute should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Gotta act natural. Okay. Be cool, Kelly. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look. Is this the same? Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Yeah, something fishy. You have so many questions. Who do you think you are? My daughter? For literally my entire life, yes. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. I can tell you're very bad at... Is this the same? Or not? I think it is. I wonder if I should... Something special. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is the same. So we'll fast forward through this. Because I think it's all gonna be the same, right? Cheddar to mac ratio. Yeah, yep, I remember this.
Oh.
I think the only difference is gonna be, thanks to a good cake. Thanks for coming by. Okay. Hey, Briar. Think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square. Briar? Star. Oh, we'll get it next time. Amanda leans in close to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as a third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet. You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're gonna be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we gonna be finishing? Each other's sentences. See? Third twin. I have to go. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat at our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, and it would have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Aww. You've been there with me through everything. There's even been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. Okay, I think this is the same. Okay, Amanda hops up. Here we go. Okay, glance over to the back where Craig is sitting on a bench. Okay, so this is the only thing that's different, right? It would be like the party is the same, but we're gonna go see Craig instead now. I take a seat next to Craig as our last guests make their way out of the party. Bro. This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want my hip replaced after a party trick goes wrong. We can leave keg stands in the past.
Nice. Oh.
I'm taking this weekend to relax. This party was the first stop out of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop is Natville. Pull into the Kelly Concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Natville as well.
Oh.
I might have to meet you halfway at eating food directly off of your own stomach town. We both giggle, but man, I just want to pour some chips on my belly while I hang out in the hammock. Craig, I'm glad you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until we got away from the city. Honestly, it was just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos on the floor. I guess we need to get out of the city more often then.
Oh.
Craig kicks his legs over the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying down on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. I'm trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself. It's a process. It's gonna take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bro. Craig, I'll be your bro to the day I die. And if being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige. Craig looks up at me, smiling. Bro, that means so much to me. Craig sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Aww, bro. We both laugh. You and me, we're gonna be alright. Yeah, we are. Ah, I love it. Sorry I skipped through the party scene. Like, if there's something that's actually genuinely different next time, I'll read through it. But I was just like, I don't know. I feel like this episode's already getting a little bit long, so I want to go ahead and see what the ending is. You know, what it has to offer. So let's see what the this little snapshot's gonna be. Oh, he looks so happy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and next time we'll pick another dad and we'll continue on until we see all of the endings. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ Let's Play.